Hello. So before I go through the song, I had a message from my cousin, and I asked her for some meanings of some words because I didn't know them and I couldn't look them up. So she told me. She told me that mui means an unmarried young woman. Solando is not a word, but Sorlande is the southwestern part of Norway. So whenever we're talking about Solando, there's a good chance that it's a place in that kind of region of Norway. Dø is to die. That is a new Norsk thing because to die in Bokmål, we don't have that Y on the end. That's a very new Norsk thing to put the O and the Y together. And then Elskog, I'm still waiting on a pronunciation from her. I asked her how to pronounce that word because usually when a G is on the end, we don't say it, but I've never seen the G with the U before, so I'm just going to double check. Elska means love. So Elskog or Elskog, I'm not sure how to say the hug bit, is wanting love. And then Njota, I'm guessing on the pronunciation there, Njota should be correct because N and J together should be Njota, but I've asked to double check, is a fishing net. And Kyrkjesvali is a church district. Kyrk is a church, I knew that, so Kyrkjesvali is a church district. And then as she says, this is written in New Norsk, not Bokmål. So, right, and when I get an answer for those last couple bits I asked her, I'll forward them on to you. So, right, so that's some information about some of the words in there that you might not be able to look up. And let's just go through. Because you've got first part, second part, third part, and they're all doing kind of different text, I'll do my best to just pick out the bits that are different but not do all the repetitions. So we have, starting at the beginning of page 1, Bendik, Rid, oh, all R's are rolled, Rid. Bendik, Rid, åt, Solando, Vilde, han skodda, mye. Han var ikke laget til atterkomme, og derfor så lett han dø. And vennemøy, derfor lett han dø, derfor lett han dø. Then we have Orolilje, turn the page. Kvi søve du så lenge. And then verse 2. Han var ikke i kongens gard meira enn måneder 2. Han la seg i med kongens dotter i så stor elskhug. I'm working on the hug. So a good thing to point out in this verse is that ikke, the I-K-K-J-E, ikke, and kongens gard. I want to say gård because that's a word for farm in Norwegian, but it doesn't have the A, the circle over top of the A, so it's just gard. And then meira and måneder 2. Han la seg i med kongens dotter i så stor elskog. With the sigh, S-E-G, that's another good example of the I sound every time you see the E-G. Han la seg i med kongens dotter. Then we have Han la seg i med kongens dotter, so stor elskog. Sometimes that store is stor. I'm double checking that for you as well, whether it's stor or store. Then we have Orolilje, kvi søve du så lenge. We've gone over that bit. Then det var kongen av Solando. It was the king of Solando. Han slår sin neve. Slår is that A with the E together, making the A sound. Slår. Han slår sin neve. And that's in the bottom bit as well. Next page, bor. Again, we don't pronounce the D on the end. Bor is table, board, table. We just say bor. Slår i bor. Han bendik skal ikke. Skal. That's a good example of the neutral A. Skal, as opposed to skål or skal. Skal. It's the middle A, just the normal one. Han bendik skal ikke. Livet njota i vann all vardens jord. something, fishing net, and water in the whole world. So there's something going on there in the water. Han skal dø. Death. He's something death. Han skal dø. Han skal dø. He must have almost died in the water with the fishing net. I don't quite know. Then we get Oro lilje, kvi søve du så lenge. Again, kvi søve du så lenge. Fourth verse, Sunnan fyra, kyrkja, der lett han bendik. That's a really tricky word there. That's that church district. Kyrkja. And the KJ together make more of a sh sound, a bit like in German when you say ich versus ach, ich. It's that almost like a cat hiss kind of at the front. So we have Kyrkja, der lett han bendik liv. OG together means and you just say o. Og opp på hugget, luftet brast, hjaltet på nevet viv. And then next page. Oro lilje, kvi søve du så lenge. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Then we've got the fifth verse, slightly different words, so look at the top one first. Två fagre lilje blommar, krukttest I hopp, I var kyrkjeva. Sorry, I'll do that one again. Just double checking. Kyrkjesvali. That is a hard word. Kyrkjesvali. Der stende deg kongen til domar. Oro lilje kvi søve du så lenge. Then the bottom one goes up of deira grefter fox dei fagra två liljeblommar fox then dei kruktes I hopp I versvali der stend dei kongen til domar. So still a couple question marks on maybe 3 or 4 of the words in terms of pronunciation, but hopefully that's enough to go on.